Okay, here's the entrance to Lake Livingston Village. To get to this property, as we pull in, you can either go right or left. We've got mailboxes at the front. Cute little sign. This is a community with a nice, tightly knit POA. They allow RVs and travel trailers in here with city sewage and fast internet. Now we're going to hang a left. Right around the block is our property on 228. Right close to the entrance, there's a mobile home to the left. They keep their yard pretty good. Remember, it's a country subdivision. A little bit of good, a little bit of bad. So we just turned the corner from the entrance, and a couple streets up, we're going to make a right. Now, I think the plot says Forest Crest with a C, but Google Maps may say Forester. Here we are. Yes.
Forest Crest.
Yes, it says Forest Crest, and here we are. That's how fast you could get from the entrance to the property. Right down there on the left-hand side is the property. How cool is that? Here I am, Paul Katroff, once again, 423buyland.com. Okay, we're selling lot 228. It's a terrific lot. It's in this subdivision where you can have RVs, you can have travel trailers on a full-time basis. Your POA fee is going to run you roughly $300 a year. Taxes maybe $150 a year to have the lot. Okay, I'm on Forest Crest. Forest Crest is the name of the street. You saw me drive in. I came from the entrance. I went 2 or 3 streets down, and I hung a left. The significance of that is all the value is at the front of the subdivision within the first couple roads. We got that nailed. So let's take a walk right now. You have fresh construction to the left. To the right, you've got lots that are overgrown from people that live outside the area, just like you. As we come down Forest Crest, all the properties are well kept, okay? So we have a little single wide mobile home to the left, and to the right is just a beautiful property. I don't want them to see us pointing the camera right at them, but you guys need to know what the street looks like. Streets are dirt road. Don't worry about that. When the subdivision comes through, they repair the streets, they bring the dirt in, and they smooth it out. We've had a lot of rain in Texas, so you can understand why it's not done yet, but I think we've got a lot of clear days coming up, so I suspect that the POA will get in and start hitting roads. They've already hit a couple of other roads in there. So to the right is a beautiful property. I've seen these people for many years. They keep the property looking nice. Okay, this property is actually the end of the street. It's like a peninsula. So you actually have 2 roads to work off of. We grabbed the address from this road because we know it would be closer for you to access. You've got electric across the street. That saves you a lot of money, which is really nice. Okay. Really, really quiet. I don't hear any dogs going, nothing. So it's Sunday morning, and I want to keep my voice down a little low. I can't come out fully charged like I usually do because I don't want anybody to wake up. So here's the stake. This is a very accurate location of the property. Give me a margin of error within 5 feet, 6 feet, but I can tell you that you're going to have a survey done before you do any development. There are some rules and regulations, but not rough at all. The POA's pretty nice people. So here is the starting of this lot. Now what we're going to do, we're going to walk around the front of the property and go to the adjacent street. So right here is where I would probably put a culvert and an access point. Why? Because I like the idea of turning down the street and turning on the lot. Yeah, I like the idea of turning on the lot and being able to use the other road. So let's say you have a 5th-wheel big RV. This is a very special lot because of its location. You can get street-to-street access if you've got a big unit. So it starts there, right, and wraps around this corner. All utilities are road front. You'll have to develop that when the time is right. You don't have to develop it right now. So you can keep it a couple years, come back. I got guys that will actually help you. I got guys that will help you install the culvert, the dirt work, and everything. All properties in Texas, I don't care where you're buying property, you're gonna have to develop and bring in dirt. And I explain this to everybody. Whenever you cut trees in forest, when you remove those trees, you leave soft dirt. Mosquito. Love my camera lady. But whenever you clear forest, you leave very soft black dirt. Here's an example. This has been cleared for some time. So this property is going to have a real compact base on it. You can get away without having to put a dirt pad down. But I always suggest to everybody, you bring that dirt pad in. My guys will do it for you. You do that with the development cost and everything. So you're going to have to bring dirt in. Not too bad. Still, it's very advantageous because of the lot. It's really cool. You got 2 streets to work with. I'm walking around the corner. Look at this. On the corner, you've got Forest Crest, which is the street sign on the corner. So we're at the corner location. The approximate square footage of this lot is 4,400 square feet. The average lot in the subdivision is about 3,800, 3,900 square feet. The average. We sold over 350 lots in here in 23 years, so we know the subdivision quite well. This might be one of the last lots we sell. So it is in Section 7, close to the front. That's where your value is. I mean, look around you. You've got electric poles and transformers anywhere. That saves you like $700, $800 to $1,200. If you bought a lot without electricity, that's an extra $1,100 to $1,200 that you can put into the dirt pad. Now, I've got guys that can help you, give you pricing on everything, but I only sell the land, folks. People buy the lands, and 6 months later, they don't take me up on my offer to use my guys, and so they got to find people that will do work on the local economy. There's plenty out there. Vickery dirt is great. So we're standing at the corner of the property. Now, I'm going to run real quickly to the far point to show you where the other stake is. What a beautiful morning. I gotta tell you, it really is. Okay, on the corner, if you turn around right here, well, we have a nice little property, very country. He's got his 5th wheel RV in the front there, and he's got a little cabin. I believe this was recently purchased by somebody else this year. To my right, we have a nice a little setup with an overhang and a 5th wheel. And they seem to keep their property real nice, and notice they put a privacy fence up, which you can do in the subdivision. You can't have a privacy fence on the front. They want that exposed, but you can put a privacy fence up, and he probably used my guys for the dirt work and the gravel. But here's the corner stake. Now, we used a metal detector and a satellite imaging app to find the coordinates of a lot, because we don't want you to come over and buy lots from us and find out that lot is 50 foot down. So my margin of error is about 3 to 4 feet, and I believe we did find the pin here. The survey pin doesn't matter. You're still going to have to do a survey and do it right. Look, you're going to keep this property for many, many years. You do your paperwork, get everything in. I just want you to know that when I show you this property, that's exactly what you're buying. I'm not going to supply the survey so you put up a fence, but the subdivision will require that at some point during your development. Right here we have another transformer. That is amazing, because that's on the lot line. So I know that if you were to put your unit through here, this to me is the smartest place to put your unit, because you got the stake there, and if you could just get that road in through here, or even through here, you'd have to take down a couple of big trees. There's so many big trees in here. My advice is leave the trees. You know, I would rather be intermingled in the trees and have that shade. It's very hot. So people like this that didn't get shade, look, he's got sun bearing down on the front of his house right now. That's going to heat up. If you play your cards right, look up. I always tell people, look up at the branches. They're beautiful. You know, that will tell you where your shade is. And a lot of shade trees. Pine don't give you hardly any shade. If you look at this, there's hardly any pine on here. I'm seeing oak, 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 oak everywhere. So, the development cost on a property like this, well, let's just put it this way. By the time you get done, life's a journey, not a destination. But anyway, let's go back to the front of the property, and I'm going to show you, you know what? I need to get on that lot. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the camera from my very special camera lady, and I'm going to do a little walk with the camera so I could point out a few things. So, alrighty. Here we are. There's my special camera lady. But there's the corner sign. So it's a longer end here. So I want to say that the other marker would be right about there. So you can kind of come at an angle a little bit. So I'm going to walk on there just to give you an idea of the property. Yes, you will have to bring in dirt on every fresh lot you ground up. You know, these lots have been sitting for years undeveloped, and this is years and years of soft topsoil. Yes, if you want a garden, they will grow really nicely. So as I come through here, we see a nice little clearing. You have unlimited poison ivy. Oh my gosh. Okay. When I go into clearing, I look up and I look at these big trees. Big trees are going to be costly. Okay. These ones come down, no problem. All this in here will come down. I would only take down this pine. It's not going to offer you much shade. And I would probably take this cluster, open it up, get my road going through here, have the property cleared, have the road guy bring in the dirt, and then the rock base. So I would walk out my mobile home, or my RV, I'm sorry. You can put a mobile home here too, or cabin. And this would be more my front yard. So look at the privacy, because you do have people there. So leaving the trees is huge. And this is the biggest pine tree I have seen in this subdivision in a long time. And I think that's an awesome point. It's kind of like the mast on a ship, right? Look at this. This is just massively huge. I would never want to take that down. And I would leave, these are oak trees. You want to leave the surrounding oak trees. That's your shade, not the pine. So I would leave all this cluster from the front. The neighbors can't see nothing coming in. As I turn around, I would have a road going from there to that street. And I'd be able to turn my fifth wheel and just drive on out that street. And by the way, you can get an additional address, I believe. So I'm at the point of the lot right now. And I just want to get out of the poison ivy. I know what I'm stepping into. Okay. Another great oak tree. Yeah, I'm definitely leaving this entire front nose. I look at that as like the nose cone. I'm leaving all these trees. I've made that decision in my mind. It's going to block the sun. It's going to give me that ultimate privacy. And I'm going to tuck my unit back there. And it'll be the neatest little setup, I think. I think that's the way to do it. You know, you work with the lot. Don't clean slate a lot. You can't afford it. Nobody can. But let's go around the side again. My sign is on the tree. It says 423 Buy Land with my phone number, which is 423 Buy Land. That's also my web domain. By the way, folks, my web site is currently under construction. We're revamping it. You'll see I've got thelandmaster.com is also my other domain. And we like to switch around every 8-9 years, and because, you know, marketing gets stale after a while. So I'm walking around the block once again. There's your sign. I want you to see exactly everything that's here, neighbors and everything. We sold that place. Wonderful people. They're very nice people. I've met them. I can't say I've met them personally, but I know I've met all these three people, really nice people. That looks like somebody out of state that probably doesn't use it very much. So as I walk around the block, I'm coming back to my survey marker. Now, my survey marker can be off by 2 to 3 feet. Okay, we look for the survey pins. I think I found the survey pins on the other side, but my satellite map puts me right there. We don't own this land right there, but that would be a great pickup in the future. And that's probably something that you can do. Paul Kacheroff with 423 Buy Land. I love selling land, and it's something that I want to do for the rest of my life. Just remember this, folks. I lay my monies down before you. So when I lay my monies down, I wouldn't be in business if I didn't vet my properties. I don't know my titles. I see this all the time online. Be careful, folks, because there's not a lot of real decent people out there in this world, especially with today's times. So with us, you know that you're safe. I'm not laying my money down if I'm not sure about what I'm buying. And we're absolutely 100% sure. You can buy this property today. We can do a long distance sale. It's all good, and we will transfer the account over. So you're going to spend $300 in POA fees. You've got city sewage here. You've got city water here. There's a development cost involved, roughly $1,500 for the water meter and sewer taps and what have you. And the rest is going to be dirt work and some tree chopping. I've got a guy that can give you pricing and everything in the future. We don't really get into that much anymore. We used to develop a whole lot, but I have to tell you, it's been a wonderful day. It's a wonderful morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. You can't hear anything. Don't worry about that. That's minor. You know what? I was telling the wife, I said, hey, when I put in the culvert, I was going to develop it. I considered at one time. If I put in the culvert, I'll just grab a bunch of dirt and shove it there. But that's all I got for you. Lot 229. It is a go. Good luck. Call me at 423buyland.com. Paul Katroff. All right, real quickly, just to show you how close we are to the entrance. We just turned the block, and as soon as we turn that corner, there's the mailboxes. Look at my finger. But real nice to be at the front. The back, the roads are real bad at the back, and everybody wants to be in the front. We're very lucky to get in Section 7, and this may be the last one we ever get. Who knows? So here we are. There's the entrance. So right now we're going to go to the boat ramp, and I want to show you the boat ramp for a lot owners. Pretty cool. Now the boat ramp is detached. People always say, well, how close are you to the water? Well, geographically, you're like right there, but you got to drive out the subdivision. And what we're going to do is turn a right here and then make another right. So there's the other half of the subdivision. This half is prettier, by the way. That is more, that's older, and you have a lot of people in there. So as we come out the second entrance, I call it, we make our first right, and already you can see the lake in the distance. There's a lake. To the right, this is actually the back of the subdivision. So these right here, these are all lots in the subdivision, and I don't sell those anymore because I think they're too low. You know, I don't like the way they hold water, so I'm real picky with that. And we are approaching the boat ramp now. There it is. Beautiful boat ramp section. I love this boat ramp section. All right, let's go take a quick walk. Let's show you what you got here. Here we are. We got a boat ramp for all lot owners in this subdivision. As you can see, here's your sign, and there's your sign. Come on. Ah! I know. I just walked into the web of a black widow or something. I'll be dead before the video is done. Anyway, what I like about the boat ramp section, it's privileged to all lot owners, right? And the most important thing, people say, oh, you gotta be by the lake. No, you gotta be by a toilet. And they actually have an outside toilet here. And look, guys, when nature calls, you won't care about the lake. Like, yeah. So they have a toilet there. They have a boat ramp. They got a dock. And we're gonna show you the open water. Pretty boat dock area. Okay, these all waterfront houses, obviously. These houses go up to $1 million plus. I think you can find some for $500,000, small ones. I don't know. I'm not an expert on the waterfront housing market. I've lost touch. I used to keep up with it, so I don't want to give too many phony numbers, but you can do a Google search. But real beautiful little area. Little picnic table, you can have your family here, yada yada. But this is Lake Livingston. This is what it's all about, guys. You can fish here, fishing pole holders. I've seen little families here, and They catch catfish and bass and what have you. There it is. By the way, let me tell you what's neat about this little location. Okay, you drop your boat in here, right? You can park your car up there. As you take your boat out, this is a really great location for a boat ramp, because right around the corner, you see that house right there? Right around the corner, like right about there, is a hot spot that people often have to come over the entire lake to get to, but not you. It's called Peanut Island, and it's actually an island out there, and you can go on there. And why that's really important is because one day I took a boat out from here, and we went out there fishing one day, and the winds kicked up, and the lake can become very choppy. And we were very lucky to have Peanut Island right there. We were able to take our boat around, and because we had a bass boat, and shield it from the storm, and we waited there. Whereas if we didn't have that, I'd be docking it on somebody's dock. But it's really nice to be able to go right around the corner. Within 3 minutes, you got a picnic, you got an afternoon, you could dock your boat there, you can go explore this little island. It's really wooded, real thick island. And these are all beautiful subdivisions up there. All the houses are nice, obviously, because you're on the lake. But this is your boat ramp section. And yes, they do cut the grass. They come out here periodically and they shore that up. And there's a nice little dock area that people often fish off of. You can see my camera lady, who threw the camera at me, is standing there. Hey, say hello to your fans. There she is. They always say, where's Yolette? We got her. But anyway, she's on the boat dock right there, and that's fairly new. It's like 4 or 5 years old. So, well, you know, there's not much else. If you want an RV or a travel trailer, you want to stick it there. You know, you got a POA, you got to do a survey, you got to put your paperwork in. Your dues are around $300 a year. If you don't do anything to the lot, I think your tax will be like roughly $150 a year if you don't do anything. Once you develop, everybody assesses it, so that's subject to change. But I don't think your taxes go up very much if you put an RV on, if any at all, because it's an unattached structure. Now, I haven't kept up with the local laws in the last 2 years. A lot's changing, so getting in the door now might be a good thing for you. Hey, you can have a full-time abode here with your travel trailer, city sewage, super fast internet. Yes, fiber optics. You got it all together. You can't find those characteristics anywhere unless you get unrestricted land, and you got to put in a $15,000 aerobic system, and it's very expensive. But in this subdivision, you follow the rules. You can have travel trailers, and you do everything at the front office. They're real nice people. I don't think you'll have a problem whatsoever. So Paul Katroff, and it's hot, guys. Welcome to Texas.
Paul Katroff, 423byland.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our #1 customer here. Absolutely. Let me tell you, this guy's he's a little excited right now because he just bought some land off me. You could say he's a little all shook up. But anyway, Paul Katroff called me today.